Panalo ang San Beda Red Lions sa Game 1 ng NCAA Men's Basketball Finals. Nasungkit ng defending champions ang Game 1 matapos nilang padapain ang Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates 94-87. Lamang pa ng 12 points ang Lyceum sa third quarter bago humabol ang San Beda sa likod ni Donald Tangkua at Robert Bolek. Gumawa ng 27 points at 20 rebounds si Tangkua habang naka-24 points naman si Bolek. Ito ang unang beses na tinalo ng San Beda ang Lyceum ngayong season 93. Isang palano lang ang kailangan ng Red Lions para mapanatili ang korona sa Mendiola. Nasayang naman ang 25 points si CJ Perez para sa Lyceum. May pagkakataon ng Pirates na bumawi at maitabla ang best-of-3 series sa Game 2 na gaganapin sa Webes, November 16 sa Araneta Coliseum.
They're a tough team and bring out the best of us, and I'm pretty sure sa Game 2 mas grabe pa sila, so we should be more composed.
Bago ang Game 1 ng NCAA Finals, pinangalanan na kanina ang mga top individual awardees. Most valuable player ang LPU forward na si CJ Perez. Umaverage si Perez ng lampas 19 points, 6 rebounds at 3 assists per game. Tinalan ni Perez ang kakampi niyang si Mike Nasuzu, perpetual center na si Prince Easy, JV Moco ng San Beda at Sydney Onwubre ng EAC. Pasok ang 5 sa mythical team. Rookie of the Year naman ang kakampi ni Perez na si JV Marcelino. Defensive Player of the Year si Easy at Most Improved Player si Jed Mendoza ng JRU. Kasama natin ngayon ang basketball analyst na si Coach Allan Gregorio para sa analysis ng Game 1 ng NCAA Finals. Coach AG, welcome back to The Score.
Maraming salamat, TJ.
Long time no see. Good to see you again.
No see.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what an exciting game we had today. Coming into this finals, itong best of 3, Coach AG, nakita natin na panalo ang Lyceum twice against San Beda, pero they were not convincing wins. Exactly. So, looking into the series, anong unang thoughts mo initially? Meron bang yamado dito or do you see it as a pretty much an even match?
Well, first of all, I really thought that it was going to be a championship between these two teams.
Okay.
Going to the second round, alam natin, umaarangkada na, parehong koponan. Pero ito nga, going to this finals, I tried to pinpoint 3 things, TJ. Number 1, yung law of averages.
Okay.
Medyo kinakabahan ako dahil nga pagdating nung second round, going to their last 5 games, medyo malapit na silang matalo.
Ang daming mga dikit, di ba?
Pero naipapanalo pa rin nila.
And come from behind wins pa.
Exactly.
Kailangan ng iba.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's number 1 for LPU. Number 2, we were talking about yung crowd support, no, ng San Beda.
Yep.
Is LPU really ready for this kind of a crowd? Lalong-lalo na sa Araneta ginanap.
Correct. Yes.
Ang game ngayong araw. And number 3, yung tinatawag nating championship composure,
Yun.
which I think really was to the advantage of San Beda Red Lions.
Let's break it down a bit. No? Simulan natin sa first quarter, which is where you feel things out, for a team like Lyceum, first time sa finals, Coach Topex as well, and his staff, first time nila sa finals. Anong assessment ng first quarter na yan? It ended, I think, at 21-22, lamang ang beda ng isa. Pero ang significant ata doon, 2 points lang si CJ Perez, the MVP. He got his award, di ba? Siyempre, you're revved up to lead your team to a championship.
Right.
Pero 2 points ka lang. Anong pakiramdaman ng first quarter na yun?
Well, that was no problem actually on the part of LPU that CJ Perez was not scoring.
Right.
Actually, they had a very good start. They started the game on a 6-0 run. It was a game of spurts. Bumalik ang San Beda. Tumambak na naman ang LPU. Tapos, pagdating ng end of first quarter, nandiyan na naman ang San Beda.
Yun.
The second quarter was much better. They led 50-45. And I thought that score of 50 was very high for LPU, especially with the kind of defense that Coach Boyet would really want to play in a game.
Oo.
And I said that if ever this game would go to the near 100, it's going to be to the advantage of LPU.
Okay.
But come third quarter, 14 points
Yun eh, laking bagay.
for
Pero
San Beda.
bakit natin sa third quarter, there was a key thing that happened in the second quarter, or key player na nakita ko when I saw the quarter breakdowns. The leading scorer of San Beda in the second quarter was AC Soberano, off the bench, 9 points.
Right.
The whole 9 points of his whole game, doon nangyari second quarter. Gano'ng kalaking bagay yun to keep them in pace? Kasi they were down by 5. Imagine if he didn't have a hot quarter, probably could have been more.
Well, si Soberano, yun talaga yung papel niya. Every time kailangan ng microwave sa team, siya yung nagbibigay talaga noon. Pero nung second half, si Bolek was fresh.
Yun na siya.
He was very, very fresh.
Yes,
he was not asked to defend against the scorers of LPU. And of course, special mention to the all-game brilliance of Donald Tangwa.
Laking bagay.
27 points.
Balikan natin yung nabanggit mo, Coach. It's a great point that they held down LPU to only 14 points in the third quarter. That's not easy to do. You tell any team in the whole NCAA that has had to face them, napakahirap nun. Paano nila nagawa ito? Is it a combination of them playing really great championship defense, or may halo din tong, the nerves are starting to get to LPU as well bilang first-timer in the finals?
What's great about this is that LPU started the third quarter in a 7-0 run in the first 1.5 minutes. And then 8.5 minutes, they only allowed LPU, again, 7 points in 8.5 minutes.
Grabe. So that's more than the 14 points in just 10 minutes. 8 minutes, 7
then
points.
On that run that they were doing, they also scored big, talking about the San Beda offense. Individual defense, even Tangwa was defending against CJ Perez. And that's tough.
Hindi madali yun.
That's tough. They tried to close out on CJ Perez. They didn't allow Mike Nzuzu to be on top of his game. He only scored 1 point in that stretch. So again, it's really the defense that's really noted to be the favorite of Coach Boyet Fernandez.
In the fourth quarter, we saw what a lot of people hoped to see was a showdown, basically, of the stars. CJ had 11 points, so did Bolik as well. The stars came out to play, and they both wanted to win the game for their teams. Pero saan na iba? Paano ito napunta sa San Beda? Again, would you say it was the defensive stops that really pushed them towards the edge? I think in the last minute and a half, they denied them.
It was actually 80-all going last 4 minutes.
Correct, yeah.
But when the bigger stops had to happen, it was the defensive effort of San Beda that was much better going to the final 4 minutes. So pagdating ng point wherein Nzuzu had to handle the ball, and all the other guys who were noted to be endgame, who had endgame heroics for LPU, they were not in the game. So, and only 4 points for Nzuzu again in the pivotal stretch of the ball game.
Okay, so now you're looking at LP, you're looking at Coach Topex. Interestingly, you have a long break. You have 6 days pretty much before the game 2 on Thursday, which is rare sa college basketball na ganun kahaba yung pahinga before you can prepare for game number 2. Anong kailangan nilang ayusin? Would you say there's major adjustments, or it's just a matter of being able to execute really what they want to do at that level, considering iba na to championship level na to
Well, the first thing that Coach Topex has to do is get Nzuzu again involved in the offense. You cannot go into the ball game and allowing Donald Tangwa to score 27 and then your big man only scored 14 points. So I'm sure they're going to figure out a way in which their big man can get the ball and then score big going to the second game. And I think number 2 is how do you stop a noted defensive man before who's now really such a big offensive threat in Robert Bolik.
Correct. So that's one thing that to figure out.
And siguro naramdaman na nila yung galing ng San Beda crowd.
Yung atmosphere.
Yung atmosphere.
So that should be over with na. They should take that, okay, naramdaman nyo na.
Tama.
You don't know what to expect for game 2. If you're San Beda, you don't want to give them a chance and tie this series in 1-0. Exactly. What do they need to do to finish them off in game 2? Ano tingin mo kailangan gawin ng Beda? Or just they played great and they just have to continue that?
Well, defense. They have to let that LPU score below 80 points.
Okay, much less dapat.
I'm sure Coach Boyet will again figure out why was LPU able to score 50 points in that first half, and what were the good things that they did in the second half that they have to sustain going to game 2.
All right, very exciting to watch out for game number 2. Coach AG, maraming salamat. We'll see you again soon. At abangan po natin na next Thursday na po ang game 2 ng NCAA Finals. All right.
Hi guys, keep watching The Score for the latest sports updates, and don't forget to subscribe to the ABS-CBN Sports in Action YouTube channel.